What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what time it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and today we definitely have something interesting to talk about when it comes to that QB room up there in Cleveland. So make sure you guys get down in them comments below, alright? Now, NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah makes a very strong prediction that really sparked my interest a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. He feel like one of the rookie quarterbacks for the Cleveland Browns should definitely be the starting QB by week 1. He even went as far as to say that both rookie QBs will get a chance at being the QB1 and why it will be so important for the Browns to give them both a chance by the end of the season. So I'm gonna stop running my mouth, man, and go ahead and let you guys hear it for yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at that clip.
What about the Cleveland Browns quarterback race? I mean, you knew we would be discussing this all the way through to training camp, right? And up to week 1 of the season when you and I left the set in Green Bay after watching Shedeur drop all the way down to the 5th round after Dillon Brooks gets drafted, and we know Pickett and then Flacco are there. How do you see this shaking out as we're waiting for training camp to start? DJ.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Flacco probably has his spot reserved, and then it's going to be 3 for 2. So you got those 3 young guys competing for the 2 spots, and I would say, you know, based off of Gabriel where he was picked, based off of the ability, you know, and I go back to, you know, it seems like a million years ago in Green Bay, but I mean, Shedeur was my 20th player. He's a first-round caliber player. Like talent-wise, both those guys, I think, have a huge advantage over Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett has to be light years better than each of them to make the team. So I would say, if you're going to ask me to kind of, you know, predict how it's going to go down, I would say you're going to have those 2 rookies and Joe Flacco. Kenny Pickett's going to have to be Superman to make the roster. And then, you know, when you look at it from that standpoint, to me, I think Joe Flacco is just in case they don't feel like they can be competent at the position, then you insert Joe. I think their week 1 starter is going to be, I think it's going to be one of those 2 rookies. I really feel that way.
Really? So you think Flacco will just wind up being a veteran presence in the quarterback room for your starter Dillon Brooks or Shedeur Sanders? DJ?
Yeah, I
Gabriel,
think.
Pardon me?
Yeah, you get
Gabriel?
those 2 young guys. I think you have to learn this year. You know, they made that trade, so they've got some ammunition for next year. And I'm just starting to peek at some of these quarterbacks. I'll have a better feel for what that could look like here over the next month. But at next year at this time, they have to know what they have in those 2 rookies. They have to see them. They got to get one of them. And that's why, to me, I don't think you waste time. It's not, okay, let's let Joe Flacco, let these guys get comfortable, and then we can kind of maybe see who wins it between those 2 guys, and we insert them in week 8, week 10. Like, you have to evaluate these 2 kids that you just drafted so that next year at this time, or, you know, before the draft, before this next draft, you have some clarity of what you have on campus.
Any concerns of Shedeur going 41 miles per hour above the 60-mile-an-hour speed limit recently?
You know,
DJ?
Obviously it's not great. I just feel like we've seen more of this. I don't know if it's, you know, obviously he's in a different situation, but these college kids now have Rich. If you look at it, and I know people have talked about Georgia and their program and all the speeding issues they've had there. These kids now, a lot of them, I mean, and as someone who has 4 kids, you have kids, like a lot of these kids drive later now. It's not like when we were growing up, you turn 16, you get your license. Like people drive later, and then all of a sudden now these kids with NIL are getting these souped up cars that are so fast, and it's like it's not a great combination. Now he's in a different situation, you know, with Dillon and having a chance to have a nicer car and do all those things. And I don't think that we have mature drivers, and I think it goes beyond just Shedeur. It's not a great look, but it feels like we're seeing a lot more of that now with athletes than we've ever seen.
Right. I just feel like, obviously, in this situation when he was drafted in the 5th round, that any sort of conversation piece outside of football that he would provide to anybody, media, team, front office, is just it's a massive mistake. Regardless of just chalk it up and forget about it. But
yeah, it's not a good look. I just feel like, Rich, it's not anything specific to him. We're seeing something like this happen on a weekly basis. I mean, I think that somebody said the big center from Purdue or whatever just was
Zach Edey as well. I mean, my goodness.
Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I do understand where he's coming from a little bit with what he's predicting, especially with the Cleveland Browns having those 2 first-round draft picks next year. I do think, though, I think that if this was to happen, then Shedeur Sanders would definitely be the guy that they'll start by week 1. And then when he goes out there and kill it, it'll put an end to all this QB race up there in Cleveland, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. What y'all think about this whole situation, man? Who should be QB1 by week 1? And should they give both rookie quarterbacks a shot at proving themselves or being that official QB1 up there? Y'all get down in them comments below and let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. I got to get up out of here. I'll get at y'all on the next one. Yeti.